Hi everyone and welcome to this week's video with me, Gail from Sober Bliss. Today I'd like to talk to you about taking a break from alcohol, from social media, from anything really, mainly alcohol because obviously this is my Sober Bliss channel. But I want to tie that into my experience this week, which has been taking a break from social media, and there are similarities in my social media use of late and also my alcohol use. And they're both addictive, let's just be clear about that. And they both do damage to our physical and mental well-being in various different ways, various different degrees. So the reason I decided to take a break from social media is this. As you know, you may have seen my blogs, listened to my podcasts, been on my social media accounts, and seen that on Sundays, on Saturdays, I try to get out with my family to go overlanding. We live in a really lovely area of Spain. The views are amazing. And we often go hiking. We always have cups of tea outside, and it's just a really lovely way to spend a Sunday. And on Sunday, when we were out last week, the first thing that I thought about when we got to this amazing place, Nico, my youngest, said it was a bit like Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings. It was so amazing. And the first thing I thought about was, where can I put myself, so I can take a selfie to put on Instagram? And that's not right, because that was my focus, my caption, my stories, my post on Instagram, as opposed to being in this amazing place with my family, enjoying Sunday and just relaxing, chilling out and being, really. But I was thinking about social media instead. And that got me a bit worried, and also got me thinking more deeply that actually social media is starting to take up a lot more space in my head than I would like, and actual time as well. And this is where the similarity comes in with alcohol and, social media and other addictions in general. Whatever it is, when it begins to take up more space in your head than you'd like, when it begins to, take over your thoughts, when it's the only thing that you think about, when you are spending too much time and energy and effort, especially with drinking, there's not just the drinking, but there's the thinking about drinking, the buying the alcohol, the planning, the worrying, how much should I drink, how much should I buy, when is it too early to start, will people notice if I have another glass. One of my clients talked about an experience she had in a restaurant the other day, alcohol free, and she said it was just so nice to enjoy the company, the conversation, the food, and not kind of compare her drinking to the person she was with, which she would have done in the past. Worry about how fast is it okay to drink this? When was it kind of acceptable to ask the waiter for a top up? Should I just buy the whole bottle and put that on the table? When you're not drinking, all of these things just disappear. And she said she didn't even think about alcohol that night. And it was one of the best nights she's had in a long time. It's that freedom, that peace of mind, that clarity, that space, that just feeling of lightness. And I have to say that I'm only, where are we, Saturday, 4 or 5 days into my social media free experiment, and I do feel a little bit like I'm on holiday. I do feel lighter, I do feel freer. So the time aspect was really bothering me with social media. I spend about 3 hours a day on my phone, on social media. And I noticed that I started getting headaches and a bit of a sore neck, actually, from doing this all day. Well, not all day, but a lot. And then there's the whole comparing ourselves, which we do when we're drinking as well. We compare our drinking to other people's drinking. We worry about being judged. We worry if we're drinking too much, not enough, too fast, not fast enough, all of those things. And I was starting to compare myself to other people on social media, other amazing sober people. And there are, brilliant sober accounts on Instagram. But I would worry, is what I'm writing deep enough? Is it profound enough? Is it helpful enough? Is the photo in line with my, don't even know what you call it, board, feed thing? How many likes have I got? How many comments? Why have I not got as many as this person over here? And honestly, it was just getting too much. I was feeling too overwhelmed, and I was worrying about it too much. And that's exactly what happened with my drinking. It was just taking over. It was making me feel crap, basically. And it was just there, getting in the way of doing all the things that I wanted to do. So this week, while I've been off social media, as I say, I've been feeling lighter and freer, a bit like on holiday. I finished a book. I've nearly finished another book. I would say that my sleep is better. I haven't had a headache this week, as I said. I've done my morning pages religiously every morning. I've done yoga, I think, 3 times. I've walked more. And I've walked and I haven't taken my phone with me to capture a random moment that I think might be useful for somebody. I've enjoyed the walk. And I've come back from the walk relaxed and calm. And I think generally I've been much more present with my family, with myself. And in terms of, my business, I've had some amazing coaching calls this week, and I've also booked 2 wonderful people to be on my podcast. And I think because I haven't been worrying about, social media over here, I've actually got back in tune with and in touch with the things that I like to do and the things in my business that, help people the most. And the podcast is so helpful. And I've been kind of letting that slide because I've been thinking about 10 Instagram posts that I can prepare for the week ahead, as opposed to doing a really good podcast. So when it comes to letting something go, taking a break, and I found this with alcohol as well, the thought of it is actually far scarier than the actual reality of it. Before I stopped drinking, and before I stopped, having this break from social media, worried about it so much. Like, what will people think of me? Will I lose all my friends? What will I do? How will I cope? All the fears that come up. But actually, when I stopped drinking, it was not as bad as I thought. Quite the opposite, in fact. And I think it's important to remember that. Don't get hung up on the ifs and the whys and the what have yous and the worry and the fear. While they are all genuine, don't let them get in the way of you doing the thing that you most want to do in the world. So trust yourself, trust your intuition, tune in to your desires, what it is that you want and how you want to feel, because you know yourself better than anybody else. You might have lost yourself a little bit along the way, but if you sit down, take some time, take some breaths and really tune in, then you will know what's best for you and you will be able to figure it out and to find the support that you need if that's what you need to do. But I would say this, trust yourself completely. tune into yourself, figure out what it is that you actually want, spend some time focusing on your own needs and desires, and forget about everybody else. And focus on yourself. I think in sobriety, that is key. You have to focus on yourself. You are the most important thing. You are your priority. So I want to leave you with this question. And you can let me know in the comments or send me an email what you come up with. Is the thing that you're doing right now, whether that be drinking too much, smoking too much, social media, eating too much chocolate, whatever it is, your thing, let's just say drinking at the moment. If your drinking is making you unhappy, if it's taking up too much space in your head, if it is getting in the way of you doing the things that you want to do, if it's making you feel like crap, would you be better off taking a break, and why? Okay, let me know what you come up with, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.